above. No one can estimate the wonderful characteristics of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva cannot understand the intentions of the Lord. Hetakashi Mishrasi Prabhur Charane Rajar Chaditra Sab Koila Nivedane. Kashi Mishra went to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and informed him in detail of all the king's intentions. Prabhu kohe Kashi Mishra ki tumi korila Raja Pratigraha tumi amma koraila. Upon hearing about Kashi Mishra's tactics with the king, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Kashi Mishra, what have you done? You have made me indirectly take help from the king. Mishra kohe shuno Prabhu Raja Rachane Akapate Rajaye Koilani Vedane. Kashi Mishra said, My dear Lord, the king has done this without reservations. Kindly hear his statement. Prabhu Jeno Nahi Janin Raja Mar Lagia Duilaka Kahan Kodi Dilek Chadia. The king said, Speak to the Lord in such a way that he will not think. For my sake, the king has forfeited 200,000 kahanas of kodis. Bhavanande putra sab mor priyatam iha sabakare ami deki atmasam. Inform Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that all the sons of Bhavananda Rai are especially dear to me. I consider them like members of my family. Ateva jaha jaha de adikar kai piye lute vilay na karo vichar. Therefore I have appointed them collectors in various places. And although they spend the government's money, eat, drink, plunder, and distribute it as they like, I do not take them very seriously. Raja Mahinda Raja Koinu Ramadain Je Kailo Jibadilo Nahile Kadai. I made Ramananda Rai the governor of Raja Mandri. There is practically no account of whatever money he took and distributed in that position. Gopinath matta vishoy koriya dui chadi lakka kahan raheto kaya. Having been appointed collector, Gopinath, in the same way, also generally spends 200,000 to 400,000 kahanas as he likes. Kichu de kichu na de na kori vichar jana sahita pitte duk pailo ebar. Gopinath Pattanayak would collect some and pay some, spending it at will, but I would not consider this very seriously. This time, however, he was put into trouble because of a misunderstanding with the prince. Janaeta koila iha muinahi jano Bhavanande pucha sove atma samano. The prince created this situation without my knowledge, but actually I consider all the sons of Bhavananda Rai to be like my relatives. Tahalagi dravya chadi hamata jane sahaje mor piti hoita hasane. Because of my intimate relationship with him, I have absolved Gopinath Pattanayak of all his debts. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does not know this fact. Whatever I have done is because of my intimate relationship with the family of Bhavananda Rai. Shuniya Rajar Vinoy Prabhu Arananda Eno Kale Aila Tata Rai Bhavananda. Having heard from Kashi Mishra all these statements concerning the king's mentality, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very happy. At that time, Bhavananda Rai arrived there. Panchaputra sahite asi porila charane uttaya prabhutare koila lingane. Bhavananda Rai, along with his 5 sons, fell at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who lifted him up and embraced him. Ramananda Rai adi sabai milila Bhavananda Rai tobe bolite lalila. Thus Ramananda Rai, all his brothers and their father met Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then Bhavananda Rai began speaking. Tomar kinkare sab mor kul, evi pade raki prabhu punani lamul. All these members of my family, he said, are your eternal servants. You have saved us from this great danger. Therefore you have purchased us for a proper price. Bhakta vatsalye be prakat kodila, purve jeno pancha pandave vipade tarila. You have now demonstrated your love for your devotees, just as when you previously saved the lives, just as you previously saved the 5 Pandavas from great danger. Netadati mate Gopinath charane podila, Raja kripa ritanta sakal kovila. Gopinath Pattanayak, his head covered with the silken wrapper, fell at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and described in detail the king's mercy toward him. Baki kori bado ado dvigun vartan koila, punavi shoidiya neta dati paraila. The king has excused me for the balance due, he said. He has reappointed me to my post by honoring me with this silken cloth and has doubled my salary. Kaha change uppar se madan pramad, kaha neta dati pune sa prasad. I was lifted upon the changa to be killed, but instead I was honored with this silken cloth. This is all your mercy. Change uppare tomar chadan jana koilu, chadan smadan prabhave fo pailu. On the changa I began meditating upon your lotus feet, and the power of that remembrance has yielded all these results. Loke chamatkar mohe sabde kiya, pasham se tomar kripa mahima gaya. Struck with wonder by my affairs, the populace is glorifying the greatness of your mercy. Kintu tomar smaraner nahe mukya fol, folabase jate vishoy chanchal. However, my Lord, these are not the principal results of meditating upon your lotus feet. Material opulence is very flickering. Therefore, it is simply a glimpse of the result of your mercy. So this is a very important point, because it's already been expressed that Gopinath Pattanayak, he was saved. This is ordinary conception. He was saved from being condemned to death, and he got material benefit. His salary was doubled. And so the ordinary perspective is that this is the Lord's grace upon him. But Gopinath himself, he has some deeper realization. This is not real mercy. This word here in Bengali, fola bas, like the shadow of the fruit, the shadow of the result of your mercy. This is not the mukhya fall, like the main, the principal fruit of your mercy. This is not real mercy. Material gain, that is not real mercy. Gopinath himself has this awareness. Ramaraye vaninate koila nirvishoy se kripa matena hi jate aiche hoy. Your real mercy has been granted to Ramananda Rai and Vaninath Rai, for you have detached them from all material opulence. I think that I have not been favored by such mercy. Shuddha kripa koro gosai gucha ho vishoy, nirvina hoino mate vishoy na hoy. Kindly bestow upon me your pure mercy, so that I may also become renounced. I am no longer interested in material enjoyment. Prabhu koye sannyasi jabe hoiba pancha jam, kutumba bahulya toma ke kore param. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, if you all adopt the renounced order and lose interest in dealing with money, who will take charge of maintaining your large family? So this is something that we, this point, it's something we all appreciate to one extent or another. We all have some appreciation for this, anyone who has somehow come to this line, we have some appreciation for this principle that real mercy is not pertaining to anything of the material world. But then we have to question ourselves, how deeply has that taken root within us? How deeply do we really believe that? How much faith do we really believe that? For persons like our Gurudev, our Guru Varga, like really they saw any material opulence to be completely useless. Of course, it's useful to engage in seva, but otherwise it has no meaning for them. Only to the extent that it can be used in the service of Guru and Gauranga. Otherwise they have zero interest. Sudarshan Prabhu, he told me of one occasion when he offered Gurudev a very large donation, and as I recall, it was $300,000, a huge amount, and he went and we saw actually Gurudev in India, and he told Gurudev, I have this money for you, $300,000. And Gurudev just said to him, not necessary, Prabhu. That was what he told him. And Sudarshan was completely shocked. and so then he went, he went back home but I mean, then after that he decided to invest that money, and he actually lost all of it, he said. But he understood, Srila Gurudev was trying to teach him something. Like really, Gurudev was not interested in money. That's not what it was about for him at all. Like, so completely detached. He had zero. He was interested in nourishing the faith of the devotees and serving his Guru Maharaj. That was all. He was very clear about that, and at different times he turned down, position in this world if he didn't consider it to be required for his service. So when we hear these things, it makes us examine our own purity of heart. Because, our principle is yukta vairagya. And in that conception, we can utilize everything and anything of this world. This has been given by the Goswamis of Vrindavan. Renunciation in devotion. That we can... what is that verse? Main verse, yukta vairagyam uchyate. I can't remember right now. But that we are personally detached from everything. Ashaktasya vishayam. Anashaktasya vishayan yatarhan upayunjata nirbandha Krishna sambandhe yukta vairagyam uchyate. That we are personally detached from everything of this world. And we are seeing everything, and we have no personal attachment, but we are seeing everything in relation to Krishna and Krishna's service and how it can be utilized in Krishna's service. So this is Yukta Vairagya, and it's a very wonderful principle. And Vrindavan is running on this principle. But for persons like us who are still contaminated by selfish interest, it also can be a little dangerous to apply this, because then we can do anything and everything and say, oh, this is Yukta Vairagya. Whatever it may be, according to the principle, all types of opulence, all types of beauty, wealth, paraphernalia, technology, everything can be engaged in Krishna service. So it is very wonderful. But the danger is if we we utilize all these things for our own interest, for our own enjoyment. And even as Srila Sridhar Maharaj explains, this is why the Goswamis of Vrindavan, although they gave this principle in their writing, they themselves did not follow it. They lived very renounced lives, just loincloth, living under trees and drinking some buttermilk. They lived extreme lives of renunciation. And why? Because if they established this conclusion in their writing, and they themselves were living like that, then everybody would point the finger at them. Oh yes, you're giving this conception of Yukta Vairagya so that you can live a very comfortable life. Oh, we understand. So they gave that principle, but they themselves did not follow it, to show it wasn't like an excuse for personal enjoyment. And so now, we're in the line of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and that was his spirit. But we have to analyze ourselves, examine our purity of purpose. We may take advantage of so many facilities and comforts of this world, but we want to take just what is necessary, and not more and not less than that. We have to try to maintain that kind of purity of purpose, purity of heart. And so here, now Mahaprabhu, he's giving this conception of Yukta Vairagya, because Gopinath, he's gone from one extreme to the other. He was living a life of great enjoyment, spending all this money on various things, dancing, girls, etc. And now he's telling Mahaprabhu, I don't want anything to do with money anymore. I'm disgusted with this. Nirvina. I have no interest anymore. But now Mahaprabhu is saying, but if you do that, then who's going to take care of your family? You have to be practical here. This is our tendency. We go from one side to the other side. This is bhukti and mukti. These are the two main tendencies of this world. They're actually two sides of the same coin. You eat a big slice of chocolate cake, and then, oh, I never want to see cake again. I never want to see it again. I'm going to go on a diet. It is all part of the same thing, So Mahaprabhu is saying, settle down, be practical. You have to take care of your family. Mahavishoy koro kiba virakta udas janme janme tumi pancha morni jandas. Whether you are involved in material activities or become completely renounced, you five brothers are all my eternal servants. Birth after birth. Kintu mor kori hoye kagya palan, vyayna kori ho kichu rajar mudan. However, just obey one order from me. Do not spend any of the king's revenue. So, do your job, you get your salary, but don't spend the king's money. Rajarmudandiya je kichu labhya hoye, seidan kori ho nana dharme karme vyay. First you should pay the revenue due the king, and then you may spend the balance for religious and fruitive activities. Asadvyayana kori ho jatte dui loka jai, etta boli sabakare dilen vidai. Don't spend a farthing for sinful activities, for which you will be the loser, both in this life and the next. After saying this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bade them farewell. Nair Gore Prabhur Kripa Vivarta Kahilo, Bhakta Vatsalya Guna Jate Vyakta Hoilo. Thus the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was spoken of in the family of Bhavananda Rai. That mercy was clearly demonstrated, although it appeared to be something different. Sabayalingiya Prabhu Vidai Jabe Dila Hari Dwani Kodisa Bhakta Utigela. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced them all and bade them farewell. Then all the devotees got up and left, loudly chanting the holy name of Hari. Prabhu Kripa Deki Sabar Hoilo Chamatkar Tahara Bujitenare Prabhu Vyavahar. Seeing the extraordinary mercy the Lord granted to the family of Bhavananda Rai, everyone was struck with wonder. They could not understand the behavior of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Tada sobe jadi kripa korite sarilo, ama hoite kichu nahe Prabhu tobe kohilo. Indeed, when all the devotees had requested the Lord to bestow his mercy upon Gopinath Pattanayak, the Lord had replied that he could do nothing. Gopinath nindaro apan nirved, e macha kohilo ihar nabuji beved. I have simply described the chastisement of Gopinath Pattanayak and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's indifference. But the deep meaning of this behavior is very difficult to understand. Kashimishena sadilo, Rajarena sadilo, Udyogvina Mahaprabhu etta foldilo. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave so much to Gopinath Pattanayak without directly making requests of either Kashimisha or the king. Chaitanya-charitamrta paramagambir, se bujetar pode jar mandir. The intentions of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are so deep that one can understand them only if he has complete faith and service to the lotus feet of the Lord. The intentions of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are so deep that one can understand them only if he has complete faith and service to the lotus feet of the Lord. The transaction is only of faith and service. This is how higher understanding and direction will come to us. As we're told also in the Chatur Shloki of the Gita. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. Those who are always engaged in serving me with love, dadami buddhi yogam, I will give them the intelligence by which they may approach me. So this is also hopeful when we're facing, like these situations that we were just discussing before. That if we are faithfully trying to serve Guru Gauranga, then they will make everything clear to us. They will show the way to us. They will show the path forward. They will help us. If we are faithful and sincere, our only intention is to try to please them. What else do we have to live for? We're here, just use us. We are your instruments. We're taking some steps forward and waiting to see also what direction they will show to us. And they will give us all facility, all help, if we are faithful and pure in our desire to serve them. They are living, they are not dead. They are there. Yehi hashune prabhu vatsalya prakash, prema bhakti paitar vipajay nash. Whether or not one understands it, if one hears of this incident concerning the activities of Gopinath Pattanayak, and Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's causeless mercy upon him, certainly he will be promoted to the platform of ecstatic love for the Lord, and for him all dangers will be nullified. Sriyukta Gopinath Pade Jarash Chaitanya-charitamrta Kohe Krishna Das. Praying at the lotus feet of Sri Rup and Sri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy, I, Krishna Das, narrate Sri Chaitanya-charitamrta, following in their footsteps. Should we start with that end of the chapter? A short reading today. Jai Shri Chaitanya-charitamrta ki Jai Shri Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami Jai. Anything you'd like to add? Gopinath Pattanayak.
He was a bit materialistic.
I mean, it may be, I don't know all the details, I don't think it's mentioned in the purports there. He may be in, Mahaprabhu says there, you're all my eternal servants. So I think we can understand it is all like a lila, it is like a play. But yes, he shows himself like that. He's like a tax collector, or he has some job collecting money for the government from the people. But he spends the money, a lot of the money, he has his salary, but then also the money he's collecting for the king, he's spending a lot of it for his own pleasure. Mahaprabhu mentions dancing girls, and actually the king, as the king says, he knew that this was going on, but he wasn't like letting himself get too disturbed about it. But then what happened is the king's son, the prince, he got involved, and so Gopinath Pattanayak, he was like apprehended. Where's the money that you owe the government? And Gopinath said, oh, well, I have these horses that are equal to the amount that I owe you. That is your money. So please take these horses instead of the money. But the prince, he's a little dishonest, and he doesn't accept the horses for the real money that they're worth. And so he rejects that proposal. He says, oh, these horses are not worth that. Actually, they are, but the prince, he's dishonest. So he says, no, these horses aren't worth that much. And then Gopinath Pattanayak, he's a little like cavalier about it, and he makes fun of the prince. The prince, it mentions the prince has some like funny habit, like of doing some funny thing like this. People have their funny little personal things that they do. So the prince has some funny thing of always like looking up at the sky like that. And so Gopinath, he teases the prince because of that. And Gopinath Pattanayak, he thinks he and his family, they have a good relationship with the king. Gopinath Pattanayak, he's one of the brothers of Ramananda Rai. And so that whole family, Bhavananda Rai is the father, and he has these 5 sons. They're sometimes compared to the Pandavas. And so they're all like that family is very close to Mahaprabhu, and the king also. And so Gopinath Pattanayak, he's also, he's a little like loose. He's thinking, oh, I'm in the good books of the king. I don't care about this prince. So he's like a little rude to the prince. And then the prince becomes very insulted, and he orders that he be put on the changa. It's some form of capital punishment where someone gets thrown onto these swords, and they're very nasty. So he can it's obviously not fair, just because there's some corruption, doesn't mean he should be put to death. But anyway, the prince, he orders that. And the king doesn't know this is going on. And then some of the devotees, they hear this is happening, and they think, oh, Mahaprabhu won't be happy because Gopinath is his servant, and so they go to Mahaprabhu, please do something. But Mahaprabhu, he's very actually irritated to be disturbed with this matter. This Gopinath Pattanayak, he's been behaving in a corrupt way, and now he has to face the consequences, and now you're coming to me to complain about it. Like, what is this? And then also his family, some of Gopinath Pattanayak's family, they also get arrested, and then they're again going to Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu saying, like, leave me alone, don't involve me with this. And then in the end, the king, he hears about it and he puts a stop to what's going on. And everybody expresses this is because of Mahaprabhu's grace. Even though Mahaprabhu did not directly say anything, then he actually, that is everyone's feeling, Mahaprabhu has intervened. And Gopinath, he said when he was on the Changa, he was praying to Mahaprabhu, meditating on him. And then afterwards, at the conclusion, there's that very wonderful expression of Gopinath saying that I realize that this is not your real mercy upon me, that you've saved me from this, and also the king doubled his salary. No, this is not your real mercy upon me, but your real mercy is upon my brothers, because they have full devotion to you. They are renounced from worldly life.
Ramananda Roy and the others are?
They mentioned Vaninath Rai.
So they are all devoted now?
Yes, the whole family. Yeah. Especially Ramananda Rai, of course, is one of the very most intimate associates of Mahaprabhu. But the whole family, they're devotees, yes. But as it mentions at the very end, that it's a deep pastime, and not everything is clearly explained in there. Many layers are there. I mean, sometimes things are not so clear. Like, also like why Kaviraj Goswami has highlighted certain things. Like Gurudev, he said that once he was puzzled, because there were different cases where somebody has leprosy or something, some disease, and then Mahaprabhu embraces them, and then they're pure, they become, purified and bright. Different occasions like that. And Gurudev said this puzzled him once, because this is not real mercy. Material gain in any way, it's not real mercy. But he said, but we see in some places in Chaitanya-charitamrta that happens, and Kaviraj Goswami is like glorifying that. Oh, how great is Mahaprabhu. And then Gurudev said, but then I understood Kaviraj Goswami is doing this for the faith of the ordinary people, the common people, because they are impressed by that, like Sai Baba, Sai Baba style miracles. People are impressed, like, oh wow, you can float on water, or you can do this, and you can do that, like amazing. And it's like for like those living in the devotional plane, it's like so inconsequential. Like it's nothing. And so, I mean, my thought was that in this pastime there's some attention given to that Gopinath Pattanayak, he was saved, and he gained material opulence. And some point is made about that, possibly in line with what Gurudev was saying. But then also it does clearly say, Gopinath himself clearly says, I know this is not your pure mercy. He himself clearly states that. But anyhow, there are many...
Makes him realize something more deep.
Yes. Yeah. So there are many elements here at play. Okay. Well then, let's stop there. Jai Shri Kaviraj Goswami.